G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we are looking at the power of the Prime's Divebomb. This is part 3 of 6 of the Power of the Prime's Predacons, my 25k view milestone video set. So here we go. We have Divebomb. I figured I'd do him next because he is both the right arm and the crutch and backpack, I suppose you would call a Predaking. There's not too much I can say about him. The proportions are pretty good. Excuse me. The proportions are pretty good. When it comes to the upgrade parts, he doesn't have any on him. I do not have the upgraded wings because they're way too big. If you would like to see that review, you can always check out the upgrade video I did. I'll put a link up here just in case. But he does look good. I will admit Divebomb's head's always been a little wonky for me, to be honest. So I always find it a bit weird. Also, it seems to be a running thing, and I didn't bring it up with Tantrum or I want to say Ramhorn. Headstrong. Is that if you look here, he's not holding onto that gun by much. It's only like half a centimeter. So this piece is in the way you can hold here, but it doesn't hold very well. And for some reason, the guns separate. There is a little tab in here. If I can try and focus it a bit better. There is a little sort of tab here, so you know which way it lines up. So it's up to you how you want to display it, if you want to cut it short or whatnot. But there we go. So he does have 2 of those. And of course, he does actually have a couple of upgrade parts that we'll get to. We have a hand and some waist bits. But we'll get to that when we get into our combined mode. But yeah, he looks really good. I know I said at the beginning there's not much to say, but which there really isn't. He looks really good. He's got a massive backpack, but then again, he is I want to say an eagle, which of course you can flare the wings out like that if you want, and you can always spread them out like this. His legs will hold them. It just is probably a little bit more of a difficulty displaying him like that, which is part of the reason I don't actually display him with the custom upgrade wings, because they're too big and it takes up room that I currently don't have. But that's neither here nor there. But you can have them flat out like that, and it will not impact really the arm movement or anything. Just the wrap around, but not too much more. So there we go. And of course, if you want, you can always close the door and just give him an eagle head. And also, his head transformation just always reminds me of Voltron. Excuse me. Which is a character I would love to get in Titan form, but I don't have one. So let's get down to size comparison, then we will get down to articulation. So here he is with MP10. And he's pretty decent size. He's up to about Prime's chest, just if you go from the top of his head. Also, I've seen, excuse me, just had a quick swig of water, so hopefully that'll keep that away. Now, before I get into articulation, we do have these 2 pieces, which will go on him, which you can arm him up. I tried to find somewhere like on him or on Razor Claw or somebody to store these. But I really couldn't, and honestly, he does work a tiny bit better, even though it looks like half the gun's missing, just having them in his hands. So there we go. And I should hopefully have an easier time with these in this video than the original one. All right, so articulation, if we can stay focused. Head, can't do a full 360. The back of the head hits onto these collar pieces. He does look way up due to transformation. He does look way down, but you end up closing his mouth, so you can him to look down that far, but of course now you break and sculpt. Arms can do a full 360, but of course you're going to, even if you move that wing back, it's not going to get all the way around. You're going to have to move this out of the way. He has a double jointed elbow for here and here. Whoops. He has a bicep swivel at the elbow. He has no elbow joint, wrist joint. It's just the in and out. Arm goes out that far. I almost forgot. He has a very sort of knocky biceps swivel because his legs are starting to impact the back tail. Ratcheted elbow, knee, hip. That gets you this far and goes back not very far because of the tail. It goes up that far, and we do have a thigh swivel. We have a ratcheted knee that we're probably going to have to lift up. That gets you that far, but of course the tail gets in the way. We have a shallow, and I'm starting to disconnect his knees, a sort of very shallow ankle tilt. We have a thigh, and we have a thigh. God, I'm going well with my components today. We have a heel, and we have toes. And there we go. Now, I will point out that he does not have the upgraded elbow joint for the Predaking mode. So, yeah. So, he has his initial stuff. It's just the couple extra guns and the hand. That's it. All right, so let's get this guy into Eagle mode. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to close up that mouth and we'll tilt the head back. We are going to pull the wings back. They're just sort of clip-tabbed. Where is it? Here it is. So this piece here, which tabs into here. And you basically have to pop these mushroom pegs to replace the joints. So we're going to fold the hand in. We're going to double bend that elbow, and we're going to bring the arm back. So there should be, where are you? There's sort of a black peg here, and that's just going to sit into this groove, like so. And then you can bring the wing back up, and that's just going to sit around that. So same on the other side, here's the peg. We're going to fold the hand in, double over the elbow, and there's no locking point. Bring this up, fold that in, bring that up, and it doesn't really lock in, it just sort of fills in. It falls over. All right, so here's, I'm trying to think if it's in this mode or it actually goes into combine mode. There is a weird hip, but I think that actually might be for combine mode if I remember correctly. Anyway, so you're going to pull out and flip up the leg, and it'll tab in. So there's a little port and tab here. So you fold that up as far as it'll go, and tab that in. Now, if you want a bit more stability, you can tab the legs together. So that gives him a mono foot, which would be helpful. So just be aware of that. But of course, if you want just the separate legs, you can. Of course, we bring out the wings. Let's try to keep those tabs locked in. And just bring his head down so he's sort of in line. And we can, of course, bend him forward a bit. This is where, of course, the single foot could help. And there is Divebomb. Oh, hang on. Not finished yet. We have his guns. And what we're going to do is there's a little port in here. Just plug them in the side. And there we go. Right in here. Doesn't matter which side, it's up to you. There we go. Now Divebomb is in his Eagle mode. And it looks really good. I won't lie, I do like the Eagle mode. He is very top heavy. But admittedly, yes, birds are more top heavy. Their wings and everything are bigger than their legs, so, or most of the time. So there we go. As for size comparison, there he is with Windblade. So he's way bigger than Windblade. So there we go. Now let's get him back into his robot mode, and then we can get into combine mode. So we're going to unplug these, which are very tight. We're going to unplug that leg and slide it in at the knee. Do the same on the other side. We're going to drop those wings just for the hay of it. And we're going to bring this back. Like I said, it doesn't really interact with this. Like if I do it like that, I can still unpeg it. It's just a little bit more easier access. And like that. And we're going to follow his hands. And we'll do it the other way properly. So round, down, out. And bring that back up. And then, of course, we can bring the head down and set that up properly so the top of the head, because you can literally get this very clear of the head. I forgot articulation, but articulation is pretty much the same, except obviously you can make the thing flap. So there we go. There's no way to actually get that face to stay up into here. It's literally attached to the lower mouth. So there we go. There he is in robot mode. All right, let's get him into combine mode. Now, I'm not going to attach him to Headstrong and Tantrum. They're all going to stay separate until we get to the actual combination. So, first things first, we're going to get this out of the way. So we're going to slide it down so all his wings come off. And we might as well do that part first. Not much of it, but you can do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to untab the wings. And I can never remember how exactly it unfurls. Oh, here it is. So this is going to pull down like so. And this is going to be where Razor Claw attaches. Now you can rotate this either way as long as you have a yellow part at the back and front. And I'm just looking at it. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way it goes. It's going to be going one way or the other. So if you think you've got the wrong way, it's not going to make much difference. You're going to come in here and you're going to untab these. And there is a little tab in here. And they just sort of press into there. Like so. And last but not least, which like I said, this is probably the easier way of doing this. We can bring the other guns back in. Now these fill out, if you didn't see the upgrade review, these fill out his side to give his sides a lot more of a better look. And you have these gaps here, if you can see it. So what you want to do is just try to do your best and line up and slide up as hard as you can. So that's going to lock in place. So hopefully when I put this guy back into Predaking mode, they are not going to get in the way when I try to put Razor Claw in place. There we go. But the thing is, you can grip this better doing it this way, because at least Razor Claw's not there and all the rest of them aren't there. So you can actually get in here and press on things a lot better. So it is a lot more secure, but there is that piece. All right. Now we have the main bot. So we're going to close up that head. And we are going to, so that is our shoulder joint. And this is where I was thinking about the other step. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the hands up like we did. We're going to basically transform his arms the way they were. Because what's going to happen is you have two ports. Here we go. You have a tab here. You have a port here. What you're going to do is you're actually going to untab his shoulders from here, so it tabs into his backpack, and bring it around. And I've got the arm in the wrong space, yep. So you just basically have your elbow joint to the front. So if I fold that back, bring that, it's actually probably easy to grip it that way and then turn it around. So bring that around, and that gets his upper arm in place, although I just realized I missed a step. So I'm just going to untab them again. This is the step that I thought I had to do for beast mode. You're going to bring his waist forward. He does have an ab crunch, which I forgot to show off. And I think, does it? Yeah, there should be, and this is part of the reason probably why I forgot to show it. There's a sort of a little notch in here. So when it's in robot mode, I don't know if I can do it. Actually, it's not going to even probably work anyway. Oh yeah, you do get it, but you sort of get it stuck in a wonky ab crunch. Anyway, so bring that forward and fix that arm back up. And you're going to bring this forward all the way. So you're going to you're basically thrusting his crutch forward. So it's going to go in front of his chest. Then there is a port in here, and those are those original tabs. So when you close that, it's going to close around the waist, like so. All right, then we have the legs. Now, I'll bring that up when I do the combine, when I do the articulation. I do like to bring the head forward over the arm, so it does give the shoulder a bit better access. But no, I'm not going to all that. So you try turn it this way, and we're going to bring those legs back like so. Now the instructions tell you to fold these in, and you could probably bring these ones down. I don't feel it's actually necessary either of those. It's up to you, but I actually like to have his feet out to give him a bit more of a, show more of his bot mode basically. And we take this, which is of course the upgraded hand. The wrist is the original wrist, but all this is the upgrade wrist. And then all you got to do is find this port here and this little port, this tab and this tab, and line them up with this one and this one. I do prefer my Divebomb as my left arm. I have seen Rampage as the left arm, but I do prefer Divebomb as my left arm, like so. And that gives us our Predaking arm. So I don't even know how I'm going to balance this for the size comparison. And I'm iffy about that thumb because I know it gives me trouble. We'll just do it like that. That works. And of course, we'll do it individually since he is two parts. So there he is. Actually, we'll do it this way. Make it easier. Slightly easier for myself. So there he is. If I raise the camera with MP10. So he's, even if I extend those fingers, he's actually just a bit taller than Prime. And of course, for his torso mode, whatever you want to call it, if you just go from basically, even though I haven't got it straight up, the wings, he's just a bit taller. But then, of course, like I said, beg my pardon, we do need Razor Claw. So there we go, and I'm pretty sure I'm just having a quick squeeze. No. Although I will show this off because you don't really see it. There is a lot of detail on the inside here that you don't see any of that. It's all hidden here, which is funny because one of the upgrade piece for Razor Claw actually has something similar to these, which I'll bring up when I actually get to him. So there we go. Stay. So there we are. So if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.